good? Hello? Hello? Holy fuck, man. Bro, like, I swear to God, this freaking internet, man. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, here we go. It's just gonna. Dang it. Oh well. Let me just check the man, to be honest, chat, I really hate this when it happens where it's gonna restart everything. Holy frick. God dang it, internet. Oh, I got like it's gonna restart everything, right? Alright. Oh well. Might as well continue on. There's gonna be 2 VODs, but it is what it is. Alright. Alright, let's just continue.
Sadder story involving Pikami, who was threatened and harassed for even considering streaming this game, and eventually she would cancel her related stream and just a month later would graduate from this related account, and many people believe this whole harassment campaign sped up her graduation from that account. But ultimately, the boycott backfired to unbelievable levels, with Hogwarts Legacy beating out Modern Warfare 3 to be the best-selling game of 2023, which in no way would have been possible without the free promotion from the boycott, where people were literally buying the game out of spite to make the Twitter freaks angry. So it comes as no surprise when Hogwarts Legacy 2 and its development is confirmed in posts like this. People absolutely are losing their minds, not only coping like this, saying, no, it's not the first one, flopped hard. No one liked it. Yeah, tell that to the 40 million copies that have been sold of Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, remember?
You know what? Might as well. Oh shit. You know what? Might as well play tomorrow then. You know what? Fuck it, chat. Let's play Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow. Content. Oh my gosh. Like, I was like skeptical, or I was like 50-50 whether I should play Hogwarts Legacy or not, but you know what? I made up my mind. I'm just gonna play Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow. We do it tomorrow.
Remember when games like Assassin's Creed Shadows were considered triumphs and successful by the modern audience because they had 3 million players, not even units sold, players? Yeah, 40 million copies is actually insane. You can see more replies like this saying, many people bought the first game, played it for maybe a month, and never touched it again. I know people are dumb, but I don't think this will work twice. Wow, it turns out people don't play a single-player game much longer than a month. I hope that information helps, but the copium is insane. But let's get to the virtue signaling, okay? Quotes like this saying, if you give money for this, you're a bad person. Bro. Another reply saying, buying this makes you a waste of human being, by the way. There is no but that will make it right.
Brother man. It's just a fucking pretty video game that is inspired by the freaking original works from J.K. Rowling. Holy shit, man. These people are unhinged, man.
Here's another one saying, I hate myself, but I'm sure that I'm a better person than every soul who buys Hogwarts Legacy 1 and 2. This is how skewed their morals and worldview really are. They think someone's character is determined whether or not they play a video game. And if you abstain from playing problematic game, that makes you a better person. Like, this is so terminally online, I can't even begin to tell you. But of course, you can see what they're referring to. In the proposed community notes, they're trying so hard to note the announcement saying, profits from the Harry Potter franchise continue to be used by J.K. Rowling to fund anti-trans organizations, lobbying, and legislation, with the UK being ranked alongside Russia and other notably anti-LGBT countries with travel advisories for those visiting the UK. These people live in an episode of The Handmaid's Tale. That's what they really think is reality.
No.
But that sort of sentiment is reflected in the rest of these quotes, saying, F your nostalgia. If you buy this game, you don't care about trans people. This person saying, no video game is worth the price of trans people's basic human rights. I'm sorry, what basic human rights do you not have? And what basic human rights are being taken away if someone buys Hogwarts Legacy?
Jesus.
They never tell you, but then again, you just look at the accounts promoting this stuff, and it's just like,
classic.
Okay. Anyways, here's another quote saying, just this once again, all the funds from the game goes to a complete hag whose money goes directly into oppressing an already oppressed minority. F Harry Potter and trans rights are human rights. They kind of fumbled this sentence. It doesn't really look the way they probably intended, but anyways. Here's another quote saying, the discourse this will bring back will be generational. Reminder, the money she makes off this IP is directly used to harm people. So y'all remember that. No, I don't think you guys remember anything. Because the last time you did this, it blew up in your face, and the game that you think is literally offing people sold more copies as a result. These sorts of quotes and all of this complaining is free promotion. So if you actually believe this narrative you are trying to sell, you are harming your own objective by constantly talking about this game and giving it free promotion.
Oh my gosh, like they never absolutely learn. Like I thought that they learn from, you know, like talking about like Hogwarts Legacy, like do not buy this game, do not. There's this thing called reverse psychology, right? If a lot of people would say, no, do not buy this game, do not buy this game, do not buy this game, blah 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 blah, you're definitely gonna know that a lot of people will buy that game. Even if you think that this game is so problematic and is so controversial, people will buy it because this is the actual game that a lot of people have been talking about. Whether it's good or bad, they're curious. They just want to see like why is this game so controversial? Like why a lot of people will talk about it. Maybe I should buy the game and just see for myself. What's the commotion about? Is it the gameplay? Is it about the characters? Is it about the story? Might as well check it out. And then more and more people will come in having that same old question, just being curious, and just goes in, buys the game, play it for themselves, and if they have like an enjoyable time playing Hogwarts Legacy, you definitely know they're gonna buy Hogwarts Legacy 2 because, you know, like they enjoy the game. If there's like a sequel or any prequel whatsoever, they will just lock in, buy it, enjoy being wizards. Guardia Leviosa. You know what? Like, might as well like play the as I said before, like I'll just play, you know, Hogwarts Legacy to see what the gameplay is, and you know, trying to be a wizard, Harry.
But here's another quote saying, I can already sense the separate art from the artist people. That's a concept that only works when the problematic author is dead, by the way. Don't buy this. It'll be filth used to off people I cherish. Who?
Jesus.
Who has been offed as a result of someone buying Hogwarts Legacy? Again, I'll wait. There's no answer, but these people are making very bold claims, including this. Y'all are going to keep giving this woman money while she literally, guys, she literally is offing them. Like, J.K. Rowling is running around on the streets going after trans people. So when you buy Hogwarts Legacy, you think about that, okay? But here's another deranged quote saying, all that'll play/stream this on release is to boycott with no exception. She contributes to the offing of insane numbers of trans people by spreading hatred and funding anti-trans policies with your money. Yeah, she is offing an insane number. What number? What's the number looking like? I'd be very curious, but here's another one saying, didn't get the first game, don't plan on getting the second one, not giving J.K. Rowling a single cent. And as long as you guys keep talking about her, J.K. Rowling is going to continue to roll in money. You've tried to bully her out of her beliefs.
Bro,
it
what
hasn't
the
worked.
fuck?
In fact, I think you have made her much more firm in her beliefs.
Yo, like this picture is tough, man. Holy shit. Like she's just smoking on that premium Zaza. That, like, oh my god, a Hogwarts Legacy 2 is in development. Might as well be ready with premium quality Cuban joints, and I'll just smoke it in remembrance of the Twitter people are just being mad. And also it's a common thing on Twitter where they every time these clinically online people will just make everything their personality. Oh no, like if you buy this game, you're literally funding genocide or something. What the fuck? Yo, do something else besides like wasting your time on Twitter. They go outside. Holy shit. Or just just talk to other people, man. Like that is not healthy.
These people are so impulsive, they can't help themselves. They have to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. They have to virtue signal about it on Twitter because they need the attention and validation more than they want to actually follow through on their own virtue signaling. And also, small point here, all of these people complaining about Hogwarts Legacy and J.K. Rowling, they're doing so on Twitter. Because all of them believe that Elon Musk is doing the same exact thing as J.K. Rowling, but they make an exception for themselves because they have to use Twitter. They have no choice. They literally have to use Twitter. It's pathetic. But here's some more.
You know what's what's absolutely crazy? Think about it. What if Elon absolutely advertised Hogwarts Legacy on release? Imagine that. It's like a beacon, like initiate, advertise Hogwarts Legacy 2 on release, play now. Imagine the massive amount of tears and just coping and seething of these freaks.
Quotes now really starting to police people.
Here we go.
Saying, if anyone I know plays this, or even the first one, you are dead to me, as you would be actively funding a woman who wants people like me gone. That's insane. Like, you're gonna actually cut off relationships because they played Hogwarts Legacy. I hope everyone watching this video never has a friend like this who will literally drop you for playing a video game.
You know what? Like, at the same time, good. One less headache to deal with. One less headache.
Miserable people. Here's another one saying, if I catch anyone playing this, it's blocked on sites. New block list is in active development. If you support or play this game, HP or JKR, you are not welcome here.
Welcome.
On any of my other pages, streams, or platforms. This person has 14 followers. Like, I don't think anyone's there to begin with. And now you're trying to, like, police who can go to your platforms. Like, peak delusion. Here's another one saying, I can't effing do this again, bro. Trans lives over cis tears. Don't support this stuff. Trans lives over my comfortable franchise. Yeah, these people are actually devastated. Like, they can't effing do this again. Like, this is literally the worst day of their lives. Figuring out that there's going to be a Hogwarts Legacy 2. Here's another quote saying, J.K. Rowling is a B word, by the way. I don't know why her stuff is still being popularized. She genuinely is a horrible person and deserves nothing but suffering. Well, that's not very nice to say. Hoping someone suffers because they have different beliefs than you, that's not very progressive.
Yo, like to be honest, I don't really say that even for my worst enemies. Like, we can just do what we want online without wishing your enemies, wishing your rivals harm or bad luck. It's pretty much think about it. It's all because of it's part of the game, where you can just talk about it, have different opinions, whatnot. Like, it's fine, but it's crossing the line whether you're wishing like you're wishing to another person that, yo, like get hit by a bus or get run over or get hit by a baseball bat. No, do not wish that on anybody. If I see you saying that, bang. Yep, like chill out.
Here's another one saying turf wizards need to die already. A not so thinly veiled threats, but those continue. Harry Potter is bland, made by a complete piece of crap, actively ruins the lives of many people who are already ostracized in their own community. And it fails to surprise me that Warner Bros. Is making it. F Harry Potter, and I hope all Harry Potter fans choke.
Like, isn't like Harry Potter one of, like back then, like one of the most sold books out there? Like, think about it, like before the films, when, you know, like when J.K. Rowling was, you know, like was writing Harry Potter, like, and then like when she releases Harry Potter, it became like one of the most sold books out there. And then she got her own films, like the original Harry Potter series. Like, everyone loves that, you know, everyone loves Harry Potter. I mean, there's still like attractions in Disneyland about Harry Potter and shit. And now, like, few years later, when J.K. Rowling like said her comment about, you know, like about trans people, that's where the 180 starts. Like, holy shit. I mean, man.
This person hopes that all Harry Potter fans meet their demise. That's totally sane. Here's a reply saying, still liking Harry Potter as a sane grown adult is effing crazy. Which is kind of like, that doesn't make any sense. Is a sane adult crazy? But anyways, people like this now coping to levels we've never seen. They're trying to shame you out of playing anything to do with the Harry Potter IP. And I guess you could apply the same thing to the sort of anime you watch, like you're too old to be doing this. But at least their comment wasn't violent.
Okay.
No.
Jesus.
Making thinly veiled threats at Elon Musk while using his platform. These people are diabolical, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that is the situation with Hogwarts Legacy 2. Will you be buying this game? And also in the comments, please make it known if the boycott or the actions of these Twitter freaks helped decide your purchase. Like, did that have any influence on you? Did you buy it out of spite? Did you get exposed to the IP because of them and their supposed boycott? Let me know in the comments. But for now, that's going to do for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like. Consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, great video from Rev. As I said before, might as well, you know, try out Hogwarts Legacy to see what is the commotion all about. And bro, like, these people, man, like, it's always gonna be them to, you know, like, crash out every time where anything relates to Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling. They'll just go like full nuclear mode and just crash out on Twitter and just, you know, starts harassing people just because they're playing the video game. Ooh, I bought the video game, it's on my hard drive and I'm gonna play it. Ooh. Like, come on, man. It's just a video game. Chill out. But yeah, probably gonna try it. Probably tomorrow. Yep. That's not gonna stop me. Oh shit. Alright. Good, we good. Alright. Yeah, that's a video wrapped up. And now we're just gonna chill and just watch we're just gonna watch some videos, man. Yo, like, chat, what's Frick, man. All right. Maybe we should refresh these chat. I guess like it doesn't work, or like it ceased functioning because the when the stream disconnected. Maybe I should look for another alternative, but shit, man. All right, let me just refresh the multi-chat. Wow. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, you know what? Might as well look for another alternative, but I'll do that later. Alright. Without further ado, might as well move on to the next video. Oh, there you go. Bang. Alright. We're gonna talk about Wolverine. I mean, I haven't even seen like trailers of Wolverine. Like the Wolverine, the video game that PlayStation is, I don't know, like probably Marvel is working on, but let's check it out.
A lot of clips have been going around of the Wolverine game that's supposed to come out in September. And there's this really funny thing going on with this game where the more that they've released, the more gameplay that they've released of this game, the worse it looks. Now, if you're a routine viewer of this channel and you're excited for this game, I'm not going to think less of you because you watch my videos, you're obviously based, but I'm going to warn you.
Thank you.
I think this looks horrible. And I already have a bias against these sort of games because I've never been into like linear action adventure games, and everything I'm seeing from this Wolverine game, it's just I'm at a fundamental disconnect here. I'm literally thinking to myself like, dude, who is this for? Who plays this? Who plays this? Playing is even generous. The gameplay that I've seen, it's like, hey, move forward and press the button. There's like no options. And again, I feel a little bad because like I don't want to just ruin people's hype. That's not fun for me. Ruining people's hype is not fun for me. I want us to all have a good time. But my gosh, I've made enough warnings in the beginning of this video that I'm going to be critical on this. So let's just start getting into it. First of all, before we even get into the gameplay, yeah, people are again talking about how Sweet Baby Inc., as you can see here from Rock Solid, Sweet Baby Inc. has some level of involvement with this game. So that's already, gigantic red flag.
Yeah.
Back in 2021, before Sweet Baby Inc. launched.
I mean, it's not okay. Like being like working with Sweet Baby Inc. is bad enough, but like to be honest, Chad, like I played Spider-Man 2 and also like Spider-Man Miles Morales, and all I could say that it's the amount of like DEI of it is kind of like not everywhere. I mean, there are like side quests that features DEI and some shit, but I don't know, like it's not really that much, but I don't know. But then again though, like it's still Sweet Baby Inc. A lot of bad shit going on with Sweet Baby Inc. Also, like they locked their freaking account, like the freaking cowards they are.
Everything down before they went into hiding. They had posted, "So excited and grateful to say we're part of the teams bringing Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine to life with the amazing folks at Insomniac Games. It's been a truly marvelous experience." Wow, so clever. Now, if you're not familiar with Sweet Baby Inc., there's a lot to unpack. I'm just going to give a TLDR. But this is a Canadian diversity consultation company, literally like peak grifter status. They get hired by gaming companies, shockingly, and they literally tell you like, hey, your game isn't diverse enough, or hey, this is problematic, you need to remove this from your game, it might offend people. And by people, they mean the modern audience. Oh, I forgot to mention, they were founded by ex-Ubisoft employees.
Ooh.
And you might be thinking, well, who in the heck would ever hire these fools? Yeah, that's part of the point. If you see a gaming company that works with them, like I said, that in of itself is a red flag. Because why would they ever want to work with SBI? One answer, by the way, is that they're trying to raise their internal DI ESG metrics, try to get some funding through ESG capital firms or government grants. But again, this is starting to get way too down the iceberg for a Wolverine video. So let me just end the SBI portion with this. SBI is also not the only diversity consultation company out there, so everything that we've been talking about here applies to any of those diversity consultation companies. And funny enough, many of them are based in Canada for whatever reason. But like I said, we're getting a little bit off topic, so let's dial it back to Wolverine. We begin our entertainment with the first clip that's been going around, where they show this chase scene from Wolverine. In this account, Blue Thunder's been really shilling this game hard. I don't know what's up with that, if they're being genuine or not, but they've been like shilling it for days. So in the clip, we have Wolverine chasing this one guy. And you know, this is apparently very difficult for people that would play this game. You gotta put a red marker.
Bro, that is pretty much worse than yellow paint. What are we talking about? Like, what the fuck is this? Huh? Are we for real? Yo, oh, hi, Palm Fruit. Sweet Baby isn't getting higher. They're getting pushed on devs because without their seal of approval, they can secure the DIESG money so they can have... Oh my gosh, man. It's always like they're... Like, why do they do this, man? Like, instead of like getting like revenue based on, you know, like sales on, like sales from like you know, revenue, like buying games from, you know, gamers, you know, gamer money, why can't just use that money instead of just begging the government to just hand them over, like, what is it, like $300 million just to make a fucking video game? That is so... God, that is so stupid, man. I guess this is the state of video game industry, I guess. Like, holy shit, they are just begging money from the government instead of just, you know, like using the money that from the sales from other previous titles. Like, holy shit. And for some reason, Sweet Baby is part of the whole line of corporals grieving, griefing with baby in their name. Yeah, like they're pretty much a red flag. Damn, bros, I'm old but not blind yet. I don't need a bridge. Revenue on sales. What backwards thinking? How do you want them to pay the useless HR department with their 300 latte drinks without? Oh my god, it's still the same thing, man. Like, I thought that DEI is over, but looks like it still is. Like, they, like, holy shit, man, they still hiring hiring useless people just because they tick off a box. Bruh. Like every time when there's a massive layoffs, whether I'll just like judge them by their like their latest like title release, and you know what, if the latest game is shit, they deserve it, you know, like they deserve the layoffs, because what are we doing? Like, they're just making like they're just making stupid, or they're just making like horrible video games that nobody will ever buy it. I mean, there's some, but that's it. Like, they deserve to get laid off. The only moment DEI will be over is when old studios die. Bethesda, 343, Coalition, Bungie, etc. I mean, yeah, they reap what they sow. It, like, if that's the case, you know what, they deserve to, you know, just die out, or just extinct, because bad judgment. Holy fuck. Because at the moment, no equity can save them, nor be brought. Yep.
You need to put a red marker so you know where to go. It's like, bro, do they think that the people that would play this game are so inept that they wouldn't be able to follow the one guy on the map? And like two more guys come.
Also, like, I guess the red line is for the game's journalist. Oh my god. I'm just gonna say, like, it's for the games journalists that they're so like not used to like playing video games. They really need that stepping stool when it comes to gameplay, because who would have guessed video game journalist doesn't know how to play video games? Shocker.
Up here, and Logan just like one-shots them really quick in a moment. But it's like, dude, there's one guy you're chasing. Come on, do you really need that red mark? Now, Blue Thunder, the OP, did run some damage control by writing,
Here we
guys,
go.
LOL. This sequence specifically was a chase scene where Wolverine is following a scent. I didn't see anything like this at any other point during my time with the game. But that doesn't even make sense either, because you can clearly see that the red marker, it's in front of the guy anyways. So that's not even like a good example of like following a scent. And even if it was, hypothetically, even if it was like actually attached to the asset of that character and it looked more like a scent, that would still just be a convenient excuse to handhold the player. It's just weird. Like, I'll say the environment looks nice, sure, but like the gameplay seems very lacking. This other account, Colt Eastwood, says, man, people just don't like anything anymore. The OP says, yep, gamers are miserable. On the contrary, I'm enjoying laughing at this stuff. I don't even need to pay money, and I can get entertainment from this game by laughing at how bad it looks. I think that's a dub, personally. Gamers are sick of the AAA industry. We're sick of modern audience slop.
Because like it's always gotta be those game studios always chase this mythical unicorn, which is the quote-unquote modern audience. Like, who is the modern audience in question? Yeah, I've been searching for them for, I don't know, like a decade now. Like, where are they? Like, where is this mythical modern audience that they chase or that they worship about? Like, holy shit. Like, you know what? Like in that particular scene, Wolverine might as well like get fun of, because like holy, like who does like add a red line that I guess like it goes beyond the where is it, like goes beyond the character during a chase scene? Like, what the fuck? If they say that it's a, you know, like the scent, yeah, like I agree, you like Palm Fruit, like it should be Ariel, or probably like it should be like lag behind, because like the set would just, you know, like spreads like behind, not the front. What the frick? Yeah, if it's the same one, Ariel, 30 million games, Mega Corpos still have defenders. Yeah, they still have like bootlickers, the glizzy glockers. There's always gotta be those types of people, man. They can, like, they still have like the white knights. Bet you can't even turn it off. Yeah, we're just stuck at games journalist mode. Even if in any kind of difficulty, I guess like this won't, you know, turn off. Holy shit.
Other account, Colt Eastwood, says, man, people, on the contrary, I'm enjoying laughing at. Like I said, on the contrary, we get to laugh at stuff for free. We get to save our money and play games that we actually enjoy. And we get to sit back and relax as we watch the AAA industry collapse. I would say we're doing pretty well, actually. In the next clip, we once again have Blue Thunder posting, the action sequences in Wolverine are insane, guys. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Okay. He didn't say all that, but that's how I imagine him talking, bro. He says the action sequences in Wolverine are insane, and exactly what we've come to expect from the first-party PlayStation games. Dude, when you see this clip, that's not a compliment. Like, hey, this is what we expect, and it's like bad. Like, that's an insult. He's clearly trying to shill, though, like I said, which makes it really funny. But let's take a look at this next clip.
Cover you as best I can from here.
Dude, I just can't get over how slow he is. This is like the slowest run I've ever seen. The man, they have our guy Wolverine sprinting, and he's going like somehow at a snail's pace. And then what I really love is right here. Let me actually remove myself so you can see this. You might be able to see it fine, actually. I'll say on screen. He's going so slow. But then when he tries to like really fast, really quickly dive under the gate that barely has any room, they have him like deploy his claws and slow his speed even more. And I'm like, dude, why? So like this narratively, this makes no sense is my point. Like from a choreography perspective, this literally makes no sense. Hey, you need to hurry and dive under this door before it closes. What does he do? He deploys his claws and digs it into the ground to slow down. I'm like, dude, like, what? Here, go and watch right now.
Whoa.
See? Like, bro.
What the fuck?
Why?
What?
He wasn't going that fast. You didn't need to do all that. As if anything, you needed to do something to hurry up even more. Hold on, I might.
Like, it's pretty much like counterintuitive just to bring out the claws. Like, this was just gonna slow him down even more. Like, what are they thinking? What the fuck is this? Yeah, great move. I need to be fast as fuck, boy. And by the time when I want to slide down, yeah, bring out the claws and just drag the claws on the cement. Yeah, that makes me go faster. What the fuck, man? Also, then Jean Grey was looking like a bad hag with a jaws. This is Sony. This is like this from also with Sweet Baby Inc. Of course, you got women with square jawlines. It's a staple for them. Yeah, sprint straight, no bullet touch him, no explosion makes him wave. Yeah.
Make it. Let me put on the brakes. Okay, I know they thought it was like a rule of cool or something, but to me it just looks amateurish. We got some duality in the responses. This one reads, "Is this the exciting hold forward while the game happens around you section I've heard so much about?" Another one saying, "Y'all are a bunch of brainless bandwagon hating MFs that can't think for y'all selves." That's right, guys. If you don't just unquestionably consume the corpo slop, you can't think for yourselves. If you think about why you don't like this game instead of not think and just buy and consume, I'm gonna say you can't think. Wow, dude, great point. You really own the chuds. And then we have this.
Bro, like, I swear that by the release of Mixtape, I guess like other game studios are just following suit, especially that they know that games journalists love more than cutscenes than gameplay. You know, like they're just following the Mixtape scenarios or the Mixtape success, and you know what? We just gotta push more like cinematics than just like hyper or probably like adrenaline gameplay. Nah, we just have to like choreograph it and just, you know, and fuck with it. You know, that's it. Because you know what? Fuck the quick time events. We just have to play it on cutscenes. Yeah, make a game at 300 million. Make it for a small fraction of the gamer is surprised that the studio gets slashed. No, for real. How much gameplay is there in the game? Yeah, so much gameplay that even the game's journalists wouldn't complain about it. That much. If any game journalist would be happy, you know how much gameplay there is.
Another post from Blue Thunder. Despite him being a shill, I gotta say, I'm grateful that he posted so many clips. Ended up making a full segment. Thank you for that. So he says, there are full-on stealth sections in Wolverine, and they are awesome. All right, I'm expecting some invigorating, awesome gameplay. Let's take a look here. Here we go.
Like, because like in the stealth scenarios, I'm pretty much a fan of stealth. Let's see how it goes.
Jumps down, one shots. Okay.
All right.
Hiding through the tall grass. All the enemies are outlined. Well, not outlined, more like inlined, but you get the point. I don't know, man. Is this awesome? I'm pretty sure like Snake Eater had better stealth scenes 20 years ago, or stealth sections. I just, again, like I said in the beginning, I just don't know who this game is for. And I do feel bad ruining people's hype, like I said in the beginning as well, but is this actually fun? Like, let me really slowly go forward and then just like one tap enemies. Like, there's no options, there's no variety, there's no strategy. I would be bored out of my mind playing this. Let's check out some of the comments on this one. We've got, I've played this exact same game 100 times. AAA slot being churned out by an HR department chasing quote-unquote what is popular. Another one reading, more quote-unquote hide in tall grass stealth segments, great. And Wolverine using stealth with the skull emoji. Few more. We got AAA slop confirmed, ducking through grass and x-ray vision, and why would there be stealth in a game about a guy who can't die? Why are they forcing stealth into everything? Should be intense combat the whole game, not crawling around hoping you aren't seen. I'm not against the premise of Wolverine using stealth. He has used stealth before in various media. It's just that, to me, the issue here is they made this whole section like really boring and like uninspired.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing when it comes to stealth. You should have like variety of cover instead of just putting the entire area mostly tall grass. Like, that is the most boring shit ever. Like, yeah, we got tanks. Might as well like make it a junkyard or a graveyard for tanks, and then use them as cover instead of just relying on tall grass. Like tall grass is the most like basic shit ever, because oh my gosh, hide in tall grass, you are invisible. Nobody can see you on tall grass. Might as well like have like a lot of cover. And you know, like, all right, so this is a forest, right? Might as well like have a lot of trees and tanks, and just like have a different variety of hiding spots, you know? Because you're not getting away with just tall grass alone. Like, this is just boring as shit. Looks decent enough. Might need a sprint test to see if the AI is dumber or on the rail. Yo, true, actually, where you know, like how the text system that, you know, like enemy AIs use, where like you will have like I don't know, like 1 or 2 seconds before you are completely spotted. You can just literally just run in front of them and just still get the sneak attack prompt. Like, you can still abuse that shit. Just run towards them and just, you know, get advantage of that sneak attack prompt. Holy shit. Stealth isn't the problem. One can justify it. The problem is how it's made. Yeah, fair. You know what? That's a fair statement.
To be fair, I might also be a bit biased towards Wolverine or against Wolverine. I've never really been a Wolverine fan. I don't dislike him. I just don't really like him either. He's just like, yeah, he's Wolverine. I respect his legacy. I respect what he's been through. I respect him as an iconic character, but he's not a character I particularly like. Again, I don't dislike him. It's just, to me, Wolverine's Wolverine. That's really about it. And that takes us to the final clip. This one from a different account finally says, the gameplay, it might as well be the same person though. I mean, look at the caption. All caps. The gameplay for Insomniac's Wolverine looks crazy. The Kobat, what is that, a Pokemon? The Kobat is insane. Triple fire emoji. Here's like the one compliment I can give this game. The visceralness of the combat, like, they did a good job with that.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter that much if the combat itself is boring, which it looks boring. Again, they have this like 1 button, maybe 2 button thing going on for the whole game so far. And I do preface that by saying so far because, you know, hypothetically, maybe the combat will be more detailed when that full game is released. Like, maybe this is just like beginning sections, but I'm skeptical because they've already said that this game's going to be pretty short and linear, which seems to indicate that the combat's probably not going to change all that much. We'll see, but like, in the meantime, here's the 16-second long clip we'll end with.
Okay.
And so again, like I said, sure, they got the visceralness down, right? Like, that's the one compliment I can give them. But do I just want to button mash and then like, look, that looks clunky too. The guy, the NPC, like accidentally blocks with his rifle. He's like trying to reload his rifle, but he actually blocks 2 strikes from Wolverine right there. And yeah, maybe that's a little nitpicky, I will admit, but Look, that's just what AAA gets in this day and age. They have taken advantage of us for so long that, yeah, I'll nitpick a little bit. They don't get good graces anymore. They don't get benefit of the doubt anymore. I just love that, bro. Dude reloads his gun, accidentally blocks two full-on slashes from the adamantium claws somehow. Like, okay, yeah.
All right, like, isn't like in the X-Men movies or the X-Men comics where Wolverine can actually slice weapons? Like, you know, like if a bad guy pulls up a rifle or a shotgun, and then Wolverine just unsheathes his claws and just cuts the weapon in half. Like, holy shit, what is this weapon made of? Like, stronger than adamantium? Be Wolverine with the adamantium claws still needs 300 hits to cut off some limbs. It's nitpick, but still. He could slice anything in the old movies, don't know in the newer ones. Yo, he got nerfed real bad. He got nerfed.
That's great. Let's take a look at this. Post from Synth Potato says, "Why is there such a weird hate campaign against the Wolverine game? I don't think it looks like a masterpiece, but people are acting like Spider-Man 2 was the worst game ever, and that this game will be terrible when it literally looks great." It literally looks great? Are your standards on the floor? Is the bar in the gutter? Like, what do you do? It literally looks great. This is peak. Come on, bro. Do you actually mean that? Insomniac has always made good games. They may have used to. You could make an argument that they used to, but you know, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And look, dude, we've been through this with so many companies. Look at BioWare. Look at Bethesda. This happens in AAA for some reason. These companies, they just get worse and worse. You need to accept reality, living in delusions. How did that go for that one girl in Genshin Impact? Okay, that's actually a really sad story. Not even a girl, the mom. The mom that Freminet was trying to help. That was a sad story. But that's what happens. You live in delusions, you end up like her. Granted, her delusions were not even her fault. She was desperately trying to cope over her son's death. Comparatively, these people are delusional over the AAA video game industry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually stuck on that Genshin thing, dude. That was one of the most depressing stories I've ever seen in a game. Like, legitimately depressing. For those not familiar, you have this son and the mom, and the dad died. And then the son gets extremely depressed, and there's a lot of context here, but he ends up drowning in the ocean. Some people speculate that he took his own life, and he's like a little kid. And the mom loses her mind. She goes crazy because of, you know, the loss and the grief. And she starts thinking that this little toy that she has is like the son, and the son's still alive. And so she says, like, the son is just lonely. He has loneliness.
Sorry, Hirohe, but not really. Not really into that Genshin, man. I mean, it's not for me though. Like, yeah. What did they do to my short? Man, your short king has been nerfed. Spider-Man 2 was surely a game pretty mid. Yeah, I guess it's true. Like, Spider-Man 2. I played Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I could agree more. Especially, yo, like, I don't know what they did to, you know, did the symbiote suit, you know, the black, and also with Venom and stuff. Like don't get me wrong, like the Venom fight is pretty good, but when it comes to the majority of the game, yeah, it's pretty mid. And also with the black Spider-Man suit, I guess, not really, you know, not really my cup of tea. Especially the horrible trick to help two gay declare their love. I would have refused on that principle. The only good with the gacha is... I mean, yeah, that's true. The R34.
Anyways, I apologize about this becoming depressing near the end of the video. I was having so much fun with this one too. Like, there was some real funny stuff going on, and then this took such a dark turn, but I wanted to keep this in the video because it is a really good example of, like I said, the comparison of the state of the industry and where we're at, especially in terms of writing. But I'll leave it there. I'm going to see if there's anything else I got time to cover today that'll, you know, be funny and amusing again. If not, I'll find some good stuff to cover for tomorrow. So thank you all for your patience. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the segment, and I'll see you in the next one.
Another banger video, man. Like I like, here's the thing, like I never really like keep track of what are the new games, especially for like any new titles, unless they're gonna get, you know, they get announced on, what is it, like Game Awards or any other conventions. But when it comes to the Wolverine, like I never really got into the hype of Insomniac's Wolverine. Like I just know, like, oh yeah, like this game is released, might as well play it. Like I never really got into the hype of it, especially like anything that Marvel throws, or like Marvel makes games and stuff. Like I never really get the hype. Yep, especially for Wolverine, because first of all, like I'm not really a fan of Wolverine. I'm more of a Spider-Man type of guy, but you know what? The amount of games that, you know, like they made for Spider-Man, we got like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2. Yep. You know, like my expectations is pretty much lowered now. Like, or the hype overall, like it's pretty much gone down to the gutter at the point where if they get announced like a new Spider-Man game, like, oh shit, they're gonna do it all over again. It's gonna be a mid. If the last 3 games is mid, I know the 4th one is gonna be mid. It is what it is. As long as Sweet Baby Inc. is on the like still, or like being a main consultant for Insomniac Games, then you know what? You lost me on that. You lost me on that hype. It is what it is. I don't buy new games anymore, waiting for a review at least 1 year to get a discount at best. Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. He's Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Yes, the distinction is important, but even for the author. Yeah. But then again though, for Miles Morales, like I'm not saying that, you know, like Miles Morales as Spider-Man is, you know, kind of like the worst Spider-Man, like even though like there's a Spider-Verse, but all I'm saying is that the actual game of it, yeah, not really my cup of tea. Yep. Not really. But yeah, not really a fan of Wolverine whatsoever, but yeah. Let's see how it goes, you know, like there's always gonna be like more teasers, more trailers and whatnot, whether, you know, like they will adjust or whether they're just gonna like double down and just, you know, no changes, just release it. And yep, like they'll just do that. But yeah. Alright, let's move on to another video. Shebang. Alright, like this is pretty much like the VTubers scene. We're at this situation right here. Alright, let's talk about this, man, because in the VTubers scene, like with the whole like distinction between, you know, like VTubers and IRL, it's been really talked about in Twitter. Like a lot of people are just molding. But you know what? Let's check it out. Yeah, also like I did cover this topic on the YouTube. Like I was in the stream of DN. Oh, okay. When he talked about it. You know what? Let's watch this, and then we're gonna watch the Shoto one, because I'm not really familiar with Shoto at all. But yep, let's continue.
Bao the Whale. You might have remembered along like last week or last week, we covered that Bao has been showing her stuff a lot these days. Like you can imagine, yeah, back in like this was the photo we last saw.
Jesus Christ.
Look at this, okay? July 31, so it's been 2 weeks. Bao has been posting her face a lot after this. Like, you know, we have this, yeah, we have this. I mean, sure, these are like VTuber related content, but aside from that, we have this.
Holy
More
fuck.
Bao stuff, more Bao stuff, more Bao stuff. And because I don't really watch Bao's like, I don't really watch Bao's like Twitter content anymore or Twitch content anymore. I would like to think that she's just on an arc. Like she must be like in Japan, or she must be doing a lot of like IRL stuff, doing a lot of random sniff. Look, we have more over here, more over here.
Like, all I'm gonna say that, you know, like there's some other streamers say that like the IRL versions of the VTubers that you love so much, or your Oshis, are pretty mid. And you know what? They're absolutely right. They are absolutely right when you see like the like, here's an example where, you know, you have your own Oshis, you have your own like other VTubers, but when it comes to their IRL, like meet them IRL in any conventions or any, like, you know, like especially with the infamous like, what is it, like the party, you know, like all, like a lot of people would form into a group, into like I don't know, like some room, and they have like massive orgies, like, or something like that, and all they could say is that, you know, like all the IRL VTubers are just pretty mid. And you know what, they're right. Holy shit, man. Like, this is the example right here.
Live reviewing Viet street food. Yeah, she was on a tour basically, was my thing.
Oh, there you go.
She even opened an Instagram page. All right. Okay. Accidentally leaks her face. No, we already knew what your face was a long time ago. To a certain extent, Bao has always been open to showing her face, but it was never to this capacity. You know what I mean? Like, Bao was okay showing her face in like some cons, some stream stuff with like other VTubers, among many other stuff, but it's never been like to this scale, I would like to think. Oh look, recession.
Like, as I said before on my previous video that I said before, like covering about the Bao situation, if you're gonna post a lot of IRL pictures or IRL content, do not post it on your VTuber content, because you're pretty much mixing content. Like, first of all, this is a VTuber account where mostly a lot of your community likes the VTuber content, not the like the IRL content, because it's for like VTubers and stuff. If you want to continue posting IRL stuff, like your selfies, your skits, and also your moods, might as well make another social media account, or probably just make another like Instagram account just to post your IRL, because, you know, Instagram is preferably more lenient towards like IRL than just VTubing content. Might as well like separate the like the VTuber content and your IRL content, because mixing both is a bad idea. Like mixing IRL and VTubing on one account is a bad move that I won't recommend to any other VTubers as well. Because, like, here's the thing: if, let's say for example, if I am a VTuber connoisseur or a VTuber fan, when I see or when I hear your name, like, oh my god, like, who is this VTuber? Let me check their Twitter account. And then most of the time, like, they are posting IRL. Wow. Like separate your shit, man. Like, you can have like you can have both things, but separate. Because every time I want to check your Twitter account, I want to see some VTuber content, not your selfies, your moves, or your skits in IRL. I just want to see VTubers. If I ever want to see like IRL content, or I want to see like your beautiful face or whatnot, I'll just go to Instagram and just, you know, take a couple of take a gander on your media and shit. It's that simple. Like I know like which place to watch VTuber content, and I know a place where I watch when I really want to watch some IRL content. Like it's that simple, you know. Organization. I love it. That would be good thinking. Thing most streamers lag is even worse for VTubers. Yeah, like making their community and for other fans to, you know, like, oh my god, have to scroll down 99 IRL pictures just to look a one particular VTuber content. Like I have to scroll down, or I have to look far enough to see what kind of VTuber shenanigans that this content creator makes. If it wasn't for VTuber, I wouldn't even be on Twitch. Yeah. Like think about like the other part, or probably the majority of like Bao's community are just freaking devastated. I follow Bao because of, you know, like her being a VTuber, not some mid-tier Asian. Oh my gosh, man. Don't meet your heroes, I guess.
Indicator, all right. Recession indicator, by the way, is gambling. Yeah. So either this is just an arc or it's just a temporary thing. But not a lot of people like this, because to many people, Bao basically. Okay, so we already know why people don't like Bao, right? Like I made a huge fucking video where people don't really like Bao because her whole, whenever something happens to her, she doesn't really take some level of accountability. It's always other people's fault. She seems to acknowledge the fact that she's stupid. She's not the brightest person in the world. But at the same time, I argue in my video that if you know you are not the brightest person in the world, and for some reason you keep fucking harming people and you keep harming yourself, falling into a lot of scams, maybe you need to do a lot of due diligence and some stuff you need to take care of within yourself and for other people to make sure that you and others are not harmed by your own stupidity. Something.
Oh my gosh, like, here's the thing, like, if you, like, Bao the Whale has a long history of just, like, controversies and dramas, and with the overall, like, just her being a mean girl, being a e-whore, right? And just, you know, like being a misandry, even though like her entire audience is just all men. Like mostly her audience is just men, and she just, you know, bullies, and he just bullies men with misandrous posts and just, you know, like being mean overall. Like I don't know, like, is this some sort of like a kink within the community that I don't know about? Like, is this some sort of a kink? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't kink shame, but if it's like on a mass scale that the majority of our community is in on it, then holy shit, man, like this is some weird shit. And also with the not only that, like I still remember with the latest big drama, like if y'all remember the what is it? Like I don't know, like with the Cinder drama and also the Sykkuno drama, where like I'm not really that familiar with the Cinder drama, but when it comes to the Sykkuno drama, where Bao was just vague posting about, you know, like if you're gonna meet a big streamer, go the other way and run. Like she knew all along, and she was just vague posting. Like holy shit, man. I don't see Bao being a mean girl, but sure, she is stupid, and even worse for vague posting. Nah, she lost follower during the misandry part, gained some after Sykkuno. I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, but then again though, like, what, like those types that I mentioned is pretty much like part of the long history of, you know, of Bao the Whale, and especially like her current standing, and especially like, you know, being a being a e-whore now. From being a VTuber slash YouTuber, just being a e-whore. I mean, if that's the trajectory goes, then it is what it is. Get that bag, I guess. Plus she have a fans league. Yeah, I know. Bro, imagine like her fans league is just gonna blow up, especially when like she's gonna do it a lot of IRL on there as well. Yep. It's pretty much like it all comes down in a matter of time where she's gonna start posting like that certain stuff. Yeah. Less VTuber stuff and more IRL. Like probably she's gonna get railed.
Something along those lines. That's what I was saying. Yeah. And but aside from that, people also don't like Bao because of the Cindergate situation. People don't really like Bao because of the whole misandry thing. The misandry arc rather. The fact that she got called out by Skeb. Yeah. Basically, I read a comment. I read a comment on my Bao video saying,
oh my god, I forgot about the Skep drama. Oh shit. Yo, the Skep drama is fucking bad as well. Like imagine. No idea, can't care. Did a test run of a month a couple of years ago and wasn't pleased of her fansly. I mean, the question is, why did he did a test run in the first place? Like, come on, Palm Fruit. You I know you can do better than that. Because why not? Alright, you know what? Fair. You know what? Fair. At least like you know the lesson, like, lessons have been learned. Did the same for several others. Like keep it for yourself, Palm Fruit. Like there's no need for a show and tell here. Like keep your shit tight, keep your shit secret. You don't need the entire world to hear about it. Come on.
Bao was basically, I'm just a girl personified or whatever, or if I'm just a girl, your entire personality. And to a certain extent, I actually agree. Like I think there's there's a term in like where many women in the internet right now, like where girl failure, girl dinner, girl math, where it's just like they do things wrong, but it's the girl way of doing it, so it's kinda spun retardedly. That's not me being sexist, by the way. Women call themselves that. Like girls like over.
You know what? Nostalgia is really based right here, because it's also same for me as well. Like like I'm just a girl. Like talk. It's just the lamest excuse ever. Like if you did something wrong, spam that shit 5 times, and you will get sympathy for it. Like I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Yo, if we're gonna do this like in reverse, like you reverse the roles. Imagine that. Like I'm just a boy. I'm just a boy, man. Like I'm sorry. I'm just a boy. I crashed a car. Oh, I'm just a boy. I don't know how to drive. Oh my god, man. Like to be honest, I'm kind of sick of that statement. Like it's always gotta be the same scapegoat like quote ever. Like it's fucking lame. As long as it included in a running joke and it's not really serious. I mean, at that point where a lot of people are doing that, whether it's if it's a joke or a serious matter, like they'll just spam it regardless. Like when push comes to shove, where they don't have any other excuses besides taking accountability. No, they just go for that route. Trust me, a lot of people would do that.
Spending money and being irresponsible with money. Men didn't create girl math. Women created the term girl math. You know what I mean? Among many other things. Yeah. I'm not sure if my memory is correct, but I've seen a clip of Bao getting interviewed saying she wanted to do IRL stuff, that the VTuber part was something she did not take very seriously. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yeah. So, in the middle of after and after all of this, we have a lot of people saying that came, ruined the EN VTuber space, leaves. Chat, you have to understand. 1.3 million views, bro.
Jesus Christ.
1.3 million views, and Valve's fucking picture has 2.3 million. He has almost double this. Look. This is low-key a ratio. All right, chat. This is low-key a ratio. Look, 2.3 million, 20k likes. 1.3 million, 15k likes. Okay, so when I say that there's a lot of hate for Bao the Whale, there's a lot of hate for Bao the Whale. Like, we are, like, the people that are talking about, the people that are talking about it, they are not a vocal minority. They are actually a massive fraction of the fan base. It's in.
Bro, like, wait. It's just watch HoloLive and Japanese feature. Bro, like, imagine Bao is part of HoloLive or any other agency that, you know, like, with your community that follows the idol, like the idol doctrine, like, you know, like showing your face or just doing other stuff, like having a relationship. If you being caught with one of those things, you're gonna get roasted alive. You're gonna get like. But then again, though, like, you know, Bao being a indie VTuber, you know, like she probably, like, she can do, like, get away with a lot of stuff. Like, holy shit, man, bro. Japanese VTubers aren't better. If anything, they're closer to 2.5D, like Kson. You know what? Like, especially for Kson as well, like, she mixes with IRL and VTuber as well. But then again, though, like, the difference between Bao and Kson is the history of, you know, like, their basically their history. Like, I wouldn't imagine Kson having, like, you know, having a track record or being a misandrist or just being, like, an idiot and just do fake posting. Like, that's not how Kson runs, right? But when you have Bao over here, holy shit, look at that history. Oh my god, like, HoloLive, though, keep an iron claw on their own. Yeah. If you break the cardinal rules, if you commit cardinal sin, you must be sacrificed. It is what it is. Kson is much more endearing and nice. True, actually. Like, she's pretty sweet. And you know what? I respect that.
Insane. There's a Reddit thread discussing Bao's new arc. Oh shit, okay. Let's look at that right now. Let's look at that right now. We'll supplement that into the...
Oh shit.
Is it this one? Is it from VTuber Drama? We'll look at it. Alright, anyway, that's that. There's another one over here saying, come on. She removed VTuber from her bio, chat. She removed her VTuber from her bio. So actually, take a look at this. And she did.
Damn.
The difference between Chad and Chud is you, okay? And previously, she used to have VTuber. Okay, can we stop that real quick? Look, AKA, I want to be Bread Girl, VTuber, VA, V-Singer. So the whole virtual thing used to be like a very integral part of her character and her brand. And now she took it off. So that that really added to the whole like conversation, to the whole speculation that she might actually quit VTubing. Yeah, it's insane.
Damn.
So anyway, we see a post.
And you know what? In all of, you know, if all of the history of Bao, you know what? I'm very much glad that she's quitting VTubing, because, you know, like, I don't want, you know, the VTuber name to be dragged down even further. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there's still a lot of bad apples within the VTuber scene, but like, this is pretty much like a one step closer or one step up, you know, from, you know, because like in the indie VTuber scene, like, you got a lot of these, you know, like a lot of these quote unquote anime enthusiasts. You got these a lot of like LARPers, but then again, though, like they just like goes in, have like a expensive VTuber model, and then they're just gonna promote their Fansly and OnlyFans. Like, it is what it is. And then later on, when they find themselves more successful and whatnot, then they're just gonna quit. Really now. Like, overall, like, these types of people are just ruining the ruining the VTuber name as a whole, like the VTuber scene. And not only that, like, it also like acts as a green light for any other new VTubers, upcoming VTubers that, oh my gosh, like this big VTuber is doing a lot of this shit, might as well follow them because probably I will be successful doing this. Just post some lewd art, lewd shit, and just have a Fansly. Because you know what? Because other big VTubers are doing this shit for many years and become successful. What is stopping other new VTubers or upcoming VTubers to copy suit? And it will just become this endless cycle of like VTubers comes in, shows boobies, like virtual boobies, and a lot of followings, and then rinse and repeat, in and out for years. And you know what? I'm kind of sick of it. Like I'm not like I'm you know what? I'm fucking man. I'm just gonna be nostalgic because during the boom of VTubers, where you got these like people that are so like passionate when it comes to anime, when it comes to like media and overall, like they're just gonna talk about it, you know. Like I miss those times where they can just, you know, fanboy or fangirling their favorite medias all they want because they can just talk about it, play games, especially interact with their communities. But now you got these e-horse just comes in and just, you know, show boobies and have a big community now, and basically just extracting money. I hate that. I hate it right now. And right now it's gonna be a long vicious cycle. It is what it is. I miss the old days where VTubing is supposed to be fun. You know, it's supposed to be very niched. Man, alright, at least she would leave on her own terms and not being pushed away. Yeah, I guess. A shame we can't gatekeep everything tightly. Yeah, like even if that, like if we're gonna gatekeep shit, like even the mightiest walls have a weakness. Even the mightiest walls have a hole in. Man, like even if we're gonna gatekeep hard, there's gonna be people just gonna invade and, you know, ruin it for everybody. It is what it is. Even if like your favorite fandom in anime, in manga, in any other hobbies, there's always gonna be tourists. There's always gonna be larpers that's gonna comes in, larp so horde to the max, and then just to complain that, oh my gosh, this is bad, like that shit is bad, this is bad, and I want to change this, change that, and eventually they're just gonna ruin the entire thing. It's bad enough, but it's pretty much impossible to actually have a 100% gatekeep of your favorite hobbies, because there's gonna come in, be a tourist, and just ruin it for everybody. I'm not against the e-whores. They can have some space, but just be sure to separate them. At this point, like, there's no such thing as separation. Like, they are just blatantly just showing them out in the open. You know, like they don't have enough like decency or just common sense to separate the like the NSFW to the SFW. Like, they're just like tiptoeing, you know, like tiptoeing the fine line within the TOS, which is allowed and which is not allowed. Like, they're just tiptoeing like any other hot tub streamers that I know. They're just pretty much like following the current meta, where what shit works and what shit doesn't work. like they're just tiptoeing the TOS. The best fortress isn't the one with the strongest walls, it's the one where you control the entries. Yeah. But when it comes to the entries though, like first they're gonna be nice, they're gonna be they're gonna be sweet, they're gonna be, you know, like show you, like tell you the facts how it is, like, oh, I'm a VTuber fan. I follow this follow my Oshi right here, and might as well be a part of the VTuber scene. But then later on, there's pretty much like sleeper cells, sleeper agents. It's like the Trojan horse. First they're gonna be all warm and sweet, but eventually they're gonna use their ultimate and transform from a sweet VTuber fan into one of a monster. Yep.
Over here from Emerald Apple, 1.5 million with 8k views. This one had more engagement, but let's look at this. With how much Bao has been doing IRL stuff with multiple face reveals without using the avatar, she has removed VTuber label from her profile. It only exists on her @ tag. After all the Cinder drama, Skep drama, and the Misandry drama recently, this might be a move to rebrand herself, as eventually the simp audience has completely fallen for her IRL appearance. So, how do I want to say this? So let's try to address this real quick. I see a lot of people saying that Bao is a tourist. And that she only came to VTubing to profit off of it and ruin it and then go away.
See what I mean? Like this is what I'm talking about. Goes in, profits, ruins, leaves. And many such cases for any other like bad apples.
I supremely disagree.
Okay.
I vehemently disagree. Bao is far from a tourist. A lot of people have to understand this, but Bao has been making VTubing adjacent content before I even had a proper internet connection. Bao has been doing this since 2015, 2014. Her content back then, as Hikaru Station, was anime songs. She was an utaite. That's as closest as you can get to become a VTuber when you started off from that content. Bao was always going to be a VTuber. It was only the real natural step into her career. And because I used to watch a lot of Bao, any Bao viewers would know this, but she's actually a loser. She's actually a nerd fucking chud, a loser chud,
Whoa.
not like right-wing chud, like, you know, like a fucking loser femcel. Okay, she's not a femcel, but like, you know, she's a nerd. She's an actual genuine, like, anime-loving fucking degenerate consuming fucking nerd. Like, you can make I feel like you can make a lot of criticism towards Bao, but calling her a tourist is like the one thing that she's not. You know what I mean? Didn't she debut in like 2022? Yeah, she did. She changed her branding from Hikaru Station to Bao the Whale, I think in 2020, yeah. With her very much like her primal, with her first Bao reveal. And look, the reason why I want to make a clarification that she's no tourist is because I love the word tourist. I love flinging it around to people that deserve it. But at the same time, I don't want to muddy the definition. I don't want that word to be given and like used lightly towards people that are definitely not it. Like, you know how we make these like fucking we make these accusations or these complaints towards like terms in literally any community where such a word or a certain word has removed all its meaning. Like, for example, incel has lost all its meaning because people use it willy-nilly. Nobody fucking knows what it means, right? And, you know, I dislike that. And I don't want the word tourist, again, because I love the word tourist, to be used so lightly.
You know what? That's absolutely fair. You know what? I think I may be wrong that, you know, like I'm in my original statement or probably I said it, or I don't know, but still, I'm wrong that the Bao is a tourist, but yeah, like she got the tenuity like I still remember, you know, Hikaru Station, Bao the Whale. Like she's been at it for, I don't know, like more than 10 years. And you know what? I admit that I am wrong that she is a tourist. But then again, though, like that doesn't mean that, you know, like with the other parts of, you know, of her history that, you know, it's pretty bad. She may not be a tourist, but she changed. She changed a lot. Yeah. Yeah, she changed a lot. Especially when, like, here's the thing when it comes to fame. If you have a lot of fame and also like when your community gets bigger and bigger, and you know, you might as well like slowly flexing about it, like, oh yeah, I'm a big content creator, I'm a big VTuber. And I don't know, like there's two sides of the coins that may be irrelevant in a certain topic. But for one thing, that like on the viewer side, a lot of people would, you know, like would love love and respect Bao, because, you know, like she like throughout her years making content, and, you know, being like talking to her community day in day out, stream after stream, like she has been active in that, right? But when it comes on the side of Bao, especially where like starting from the bottom all the way up to the top, where she has to like put on a put on a image, or put on a what's the word, like a face, or like a presence that would signify like, oh yeah, if I keep like if I keep being a beta cuck, you know, like I will lose respect, and I will lose followers, or I will lose like people that, you know, like I'm supposed to be alpha, I'm supposed to be a girl boss, you know, like that type of shit, you know, like you have to keep your image up, or unless like you will just be mistaken as another loser on the internet. So with that, and also like another more years of, you know, like being on that like content creation, like the career of content creation, like it will just sticks. And whatever that she would do, or whatever that, you know, like any type of performance that she would do, it will just stick to her like throughout her career. And yeah, like that's what it is. Nobody should argue about the tourism allegations. She's not. The argument should be on how much she changed. Yeah. From being a being a V singer, being a, you know, being a girl failure. I still think that she's still a girl failure, but when it comes to, you know, like the other bad traits, such as, you know, girl bossing, and also also with the amount of misandry posts, or just being dumb, like she's trying to act dumb overall. Yeah, like it doesn't work wonders for her. Like people already saw through the veil of, you know, like being a dumb, like a dumb VTuber. Like they already know.
Know that you guys don't like Bao. I know a lot of people don't like Bao, but she's not a tourist. Yeah, like we just have to, like, I don't even think she's a normie. She's pivoting towards IRL content. Now that's the one thing we need to talk about. Because we have to ask why. Why is she...
Alright. To be fair, I don't follow Bao, so I have zero idea how dumb she is. Yeah, when it comes to drama, she's pretty, like, dumb. Like, she doesn't, you know, do a little bit of research. She just pretty much, like, say something out in the wind, without having any, you know, prior research and stuff. Like, for example, the Skeb drama, and also like in any other dramas that isn't that like isn't, you know, in the limelight and such. Like she would just, you know, like without she would just post it without having any prior knowledge or research, and then by the time where she will get a lot of backlash of it, she will just delete and she will just, play dumb. Like she will just ignore all, like the accountability, or especially with her chatters would mention like, oh, why would you tweet about this? Why you say all this stuff? Like, she would just play dumb. Yeah, classic stupid girl. Yeah.
Doing that. You know what I mean? Why is she changing? She used to be like heavy VTuber. Again, she was a fucking loser. But like, she's swapping her brand for some reason. I wonder why. So let's talk about like some possibilities. Let's rock. Let me bring up my notepad. Oh, Cesar Hernandez,
shit.
Thank you again for that $10, dude. You are doing the rest justice, brother. Aw, thank you. Yeah, we lost the meaning of LARP. I kinda am. I am a fan. Oh shit, Cesar, thank you. Yeah. No, like I said, right? Like when we want to criticize people, we have to use the right terms, and we gotta be honest with ourselves. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
See it.
let's talk about it. Why is Bao leaving VTubing and seemingly pursuing IRL? Okay, so someone said she had a Discord post where she wanted to step back and heal her relationship to VTubing. I'd like to see that. Does
Wait,
any
really?
post talk about that at all? I mean, it makes sense. Okay. So to be honest, that makes sense. Because, okay. Let's separate this into Bao specific... hold on. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Bao specific conditions. VTubing specific conditions. Okay, like issues that are exclusive to Bao and issues that may be what's going on with VTubing. Okay, so VTubing specific conditions. Let's talk about this first before we get to what's wrong with Bao. What's wrong with VTubing right now? Well, I made a video about the absolute state of VTubing, about how divisive, about how isolating it can be now, about how like mean girls, blah 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 blah. So
Many such
maybe
cases.
Politicization is a huge thing that I think she dislikes, and maybe maybe not, because like she kind of gets political sometimes. Yeah, but I do think that it leads to people being more isolated, aggravated, etc. Okay. Two, people are more open to calling big VTubers out now. So this is an important VTubing specific condition in the general industry. Because back then, you have to remember, back in 2020, 2023, I would like to think, nobody,
3 years.
nobody wanted to shit talk a VTuber. Like at most, like nobody wanted to shit talk a VTuber, nobody wanted to criticize them. At most, all they can say is like lightly nudge upon it, like cushion their words, super. But back then, a lot of the hate towards VTubers was really only congregated in 4chan. That's it. Like, that's unironically it. Like, in Twitter, yeah, there were some, like, fucking retards, like, fucking, V-tweeters and tourists making a huge stink about, like, lots of things. But right now, it's even more fierce. Right now, there's, like, two parties going on right now. And that's, like, a direct result of the politicization of it, I would like to think. But suffice to say, people are kind of fed up with the people are no longer buying the I'm just a girl bit. Like, we're actually starting to treat VTubers like regular streamers.
Because that's pretty much the same thing as a regular streamer. Like the constant distinction, or the contrast between the two is just one is using a virtual model or a VTuber model, and one is, using a webcam. But then again, though, when it comes to content, it's pretty much the same, where if we want to do gameplay, it's the same thing. If we want to do commentary, it's the same thing. And when you're going to do reactions, it's going to be the same thing, where you have the streamer, you have the screen, and it's going to be the same thing, whether you are a flesh tuber or a VTuber. But in regards to in the VTuber part, it's pretty much like acting out as a character. So especially where in the current state, like in the current era of VTubing right now, like we're talking about 2016 where a lot of like more and more, and also like a lot of VTubers would, you know, drop the character acting and just be personal, or just be, you know, act who they are without the, you know, like with the fluff, or without the oh yeah, I'm a big scary demon boss, blah blah blah. Like, yo, like I'm just gonna say how it is. Like I'm just gonna, you know, be chill and say things how it are without, like, minus the acting. Yeah, like like having a lore, or having like the character archetype is fun, but if we're gonna do it long term, like I'm just gonna, you know, like be comfortable of what I do, like what I say, how it is, instead of just, you know, forcibly acting upon it. Like, I guess that in it's pretty much different in the Japanese VTuber side, where they have to play the character, they have to like they have to be in a specific emotion or specific personality, unless, you know, their fan base are gonna hunt them down. Yeah. And goodwill is spent now. Too much drama, not enough kebab. Yeah. I do agree about the drama thing, because, you know, like drama is pretty much the currency of it. Like, you know, like if you wanna get famous, just talk about drama. Oh my gosh, I'm talking about me now.
Yes. So let's go to Bao real quick, okay? Bao specific conditions. 1, the hate for Bao the whale. Fucking obviously. Watch my video if you haven't, but let's break it down by basically saying accused of misandry, accused of sheer stupidity,
Okay.
accused of actually being a mean girl. Okay, so I don't necessarily know if I can agree that Bao is a mean girl, but the fact that she gets involved in a lot of drama, I can understand why so many people can get the impression that she's a mean girl. You know what I mean? I haven't really thought about it, but I've seen the sentiment around, so I'll just list that there. Okay, Bao specific conditions. 5 years, 10 years of...
Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My bad. Oh shit. All right, where we at?
Anime related content. 5 years of VTubing specifically. Okay, let's go back to we're doing a boomerang thing here. Let's go back to VTubing specific conditions. VTubing is low ceiling equals limited growth and discrimination. What do I mean by discrimination? So you guys might know this, maybe even you're a lot of the people that, oh shit, sir, thank you again, Caesar, with the fat gifteds, bro. Thank you.
Jesus.
So what I mean by discrimination in VTubing is that you might have heard this from other VTubers, but like VTubers compared to IRL streamers don't actually get that much visibility, and they don't get chosen as much compared to IRL streamers, if that makes sense.
Because like here's the thing, I know it's pretty much bad as it is. Like the common thing why that if we're gonna be like a new viewer, like here's the thing, like for new viewers that like doesn't watch a lot of streams or doesn't watch streams in the first place, whether they're gonna pick a IRL streamer or a VTuber streamer, like most of the times they were gonna pick a IRL streamer because overall that's what they look like, their personality, like at the same time, like you can get away with anything, like basically any IRL stream, like you could just do any other activities and whatnot, versus if you're gonna watch a VTuber stream, like most of the times it's gonna be desktop streams where they can just watch videos, play games, and just all of that. It's pretty much limited, because if a VTuber would do IRL content, it's pretty much like an IRL, not a VTuber thing. So like for example, if you're gonna either you're gonna watch Gaogura or IShowSpeed, right? Like if you are a new viewer where you don't have any like idea of like what to watch on like live streams, either you're gonna watch IShowSpeed or if you're gonna watch Gaogura. Like most of the times, like people are just gonna watch IShowSpeed because IRL, like he could do a lot and do other stuff, like basically just be physical, like this, like he could just do whatever he wants, versus when it comes, if a viewer watch Gaogura, like basically just like have a yap stream, a video game stream, or any like karaoke whatsoever, like it's gonna be the same thing over and over again. So I would say that in those two, like it's kind of like unfair to like compare both IRL and VTubing, because overall like IRL is pretty much big as it is, like it's pretty much like more fun, like more content than just a regular VTuber, like a VTuber stream. Or yeah, YouTube and Twitch surely have a bias about anime and Japanese stuff in general, and yeah, I'm sure it's a straight racism. Yeah, precise, new, and dumb, because you need to be pretty dumb or a zoomer to watch IShowSpeed. Yeah, you know what? I agree though. Like most of like the demographics when it comes to like Twitch viewers or any other live streams viewers are pretty much like the majority are just Zoomers or Gen Alpha. Like those are your audience, and most of the times, yeah, they prefer like more on IRL than in VTubing, unless like you are an otaku or you're a nerd. Most of the time, it's gonna be the IRL streamers. I must be quite of an oddball for not liking IRL streamers. You know what? Same. Like, I like, to be honest, I kind of like know a lot of VTubers than IRL, because when it comes to IRL, the only streamers that I know is just the with the poggers community, because especially with XQC, like back then, like probably like 2016 or 2015, I'm more of a juicer, and especially with the poggers community. But now I'm pretty much a VTuber fan, just like anyone else. Like, to be honest, I have more fun watching VTubers than IRL. It's like that. It is how it is. Like, I love watching VTubers than, you know, just any other art. Well, besides XCC though, like, he's funny. Yeah, I didn't quite watching TV to go see more or less the same on stream. Yep.
Like sponsor wise, I mean, and we all know how sponsors are like literally the biggest source of funding for any streamer. Yeah, I do not believe for a second that VTuber has a low ceiling. It does. Compared to IRL streaming, to flesh streaming rather, VTubing is low. You have to remember, the biggest VTuber in the world right now is Gargura with 4 million views.
Shit.
The biggest streamer in the world right now is iShowSpeed with 60 million.
Bro, I swear to God, I haven't even... I don't pre-watch videos, but holy shit, the examples though. I hit the mark.
I think it's 50 million, but almost 60 million views. That's like 10x plus bigger. You know what I mean? And the biggest live... Okay, let's focus this on the EN side of things. On the EN side of things, the biggest live streamer has a cap of around 25,000 viewers. The biggest live streamer in IRL has around 100,000 views live. It's almost like viewership-wise, the average is 5x. Subscribers-wise, the average is 10x. So, you know, it's unironically like statistically bigger. Well, I guess let's put this in. There's pros and cons of being like there's pros and cons of VTubing having a smaller ceiling. It having a smaller ceiling means that there's infinitely way more people that can... Okay, how do I want to say this? It's better to be a big fish in a small pond rather than be an even bigger fish in a bigger ocean. You know what I mean?
True. Like think about it, you know? Like if you're gonna be a big fish in a small pond, at least that you can control the small pond, then be a bigger fish in an ocean. Because I will give this an example of a bigger fish in an ocean is iShowSpeed. Again, you know, like when he goes on tour, like visits another country, and then after that, like you got a sea of fans just swarms the city just to, you know, like just to see their favorite streamer. Like, holy shit, the amount of rabid fans just, you know, tearing out the place just to meet iShowSpeed. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, there's actual clips or videos that you could see. Like, every time when Speed goes to a different city or in the urban areas or within the center of the city, you will get like a sea of fans just, you know, like just pushing, just screaming, just to be on stream and just to meet iShowSpeed. Yep, like that shit, man. I won't even control what they're gonna do. Like, even if like they're gonna do something stupid or they're gonna do that, they will do something that could lead to someone getting hurt. Like, shit, man. Like, at that point, man, like, oh my gosh, I prefer having like a small pond at this point, because first of all, like you get to know the people that, you know, like, especially with your community, like you get to know people, and also like you get to know your community well, where if you're gonna say if you're gonna announce things like, oh yeah, I'm calling this out because you are doing something bad and I don't want you to do it ever again. And you know what, most of the times they will listen. Instead of like having a mass following that would do the most like dog shit, heinous things that might cause a controversy or drama because of the community started it. It's just, you know, it's hard to control her. It's hard to moderate with a bigger with a big audience. even if like you are a big fish in the ocean. Yeah. This is the moment I'm actually happy to live in some backward place where that kind of news just slides off. Yeah, like imagine this, like if you're gonna live like a small town where nobody knows who you are, but when a time comes when you go to a like a big city or yeah, like a big city or a capital city, you're just gonna get swarmed no matter what. Because first of all, if you like, this is gonna be like one of the downsides of being an IRL streamer, because first of all, your audience know what you look like. Like there's no escaping whether you're gonna wear shades, you're gonna wear a mask, or basically have a like a security team that will follow you 24/7. Even if you're gonna go live, your audience know who you are, and wherever you go, they can just like find you and they can just stalk you. Versus like here's like the pros of being a VTuber as well, because you can just hide your actual face like behind a virtual model. Oh, but that doesn't mean like you can like fake your voice as well. Well, technically you can just use a voice changer though, like in many such cases to any other VTubers. But like right now I'm absolutely using my actual voice, so you may not know me for what I look like, but you may know me for what I sound like. So probably in the near future, like if I actually go to any conventions, I might have to do a little bit of voice acting, just to mask, like be one with the crowd, just be amongst. Oh my god, like being an imposter.
I think that's the problem. So I think these are like valid reasons to want to quit VTubing. I mean, you guys know this. Yeah, I think like VTubing having a low ceiling is and having limited growth and not having the same sort of opportunities and sponsors that regular streamers have is like a huge thing. What are other BAO specific conditions? You can always talk about donuts. True, Billy Donuts. True.
What?
Yeah. And look, okay, legendary run this year. Thank you all for the more music is on the horizon. All right. Cool. And I saw this post from Kenny. Been reading today's discourse. I said this like 9 days ago about BAO. I don't really care about the issue, but it seemed like the evident trajectory. And she made this post in literally August 8th. Wow. Hold on. Internet, please load.
Bruh.
Hold on, my internet's not loading. Internet load. Okay. Mark my words, BAO is going to become a facecam streamer instead of primarily or even much of a VTuber. Why have the voices told me this? Am I schizophrenic? Possibly. However, she hasn't posted about BAO related stuff since May 18 on the BAO the Whale Instagram. You could technically say there was a July 8th with an original song, but it was a white screen snippet and the description has it one sentence blurb followed by her discussing her trip. Especially given her experience repeatedly in this community and her and her ties to and ability to mingle with IRL streamers, I give it until 4 to 6 months tops where she's past using her model as her primary thing for streaming. Okay, so that's very interesting. Because, to be honest, I didn't know that. I didn't know that BAO has kind of stopped doing VTubing stuff for a while and has actually slowly pivoted herself away from it since like May. I did not know that.
Okay.
Again, I haven't been catching up in a lot of...
Alright, gonna have to leave now. Alright, Pomfru, have a good night. Good night.
BAO the Whale's content. I thought she was on a break or something. Yeah. I don't get how much people can hate BAO so much.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's plenty of reasons to not like BAO, but I feel like I do think that people can get a little schizophrenic with it. I agree. Yeah. Maybe more reliable merch companies might be one. I don't know about that. But like, yeah, I have seen the whole thing where she got scammed by Kinetic Fusion, which she lost apparently $2,000 for. I did see that. And how do I want to say this? Again, that's like the fourth time or something that she got scammed. And even if I may not want to shit on BAO too much, she kind of if she can't do her own due diligence, if she got scammed like 4 fucking times this month, oof. You fucking deserve it at this point. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The girl who cried wolf syndrome. Exactly. I would like to think that's basically it. So, I would like to think, with all these factors in mind, I think that's why she's leaving VTubing. She might need a bit of time to, what's the term that you said? Heal her love for VTubing. And, you know, maybe she'll come back and do it again. Maybe, you know, yeah. Maybe she'll be okay. Maybe she won't be okay. Maybe she'll become a Sea-Dog VA type. Because, like, I think Sea-Dog VA is actually, like, a very interesting pivot to this. Because Sea-Dog VA was, like, not necessarily almost exclusively an anime channel, but it was always anime adjacent. Now, he still talks about anime, but his content is far from that. He mostly talks about... He's like an IRL live streamer now. He's a lifestyle streamer now, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She was scammed in total in the several scams of, like, 100k. I have no idea. Wait, sorry. I made a video about that, but I actually don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember anymore, yeah. I'm calling it now since Bao inevitably gets into a drama for 4 months, like 4 to 6 months, like she normally does when she goes to cry about it on stream. This is going to let smaller channels grow and get seen. Maybe. Let's actually look at her viewership. Somebody said viewership. I'll put a question mark on that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open her Twitch tracker.
Here we go.
I don't think her viewership would be hit that much. Let's see. Let's look at your viewership, Bao. Let's compare this to last year and the previous year's streams. Oh wow, she lost quite a bit of subs after June, huh?
Damn. I mean, that's pretty much... Like, to be honest, like, that's pretty much expected. Since the, pulling out the face reveal, right? Because by the time when she does a face reveal, like, it ruins the magic of being a VTuber. You know, like, just be the character, like, be behind the character, and everyone will love the character. But if you're gonna show your face, though, like, that magic is gone.
Let's look at you. Hold on.
529.
Yeah, it dipped a little. Look, you can see this, right? Average 2K, 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 3K, 3K, 2K, 2K, 1K, 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 2K. Yeah, it did actually dip a little. Yeah. Come to Mexico, Nusagi. Yeah. Philippines and Mexico, probably almost the same sort of country. So, let's see. How about viewership, follower gain? Wait, she bled 3K subs, dude. Look at this. Since last year, she bled 3K subs. She's kind of stagnated. Look, 627 followers, August 2025.
Holy.
And now it's 624 followers.
Damn.
August 2026. Holy. Okay, wow. Oof. I mean, that's not that much. It's not that much, but the stagnation is kind of insane. Interesting.
Tough.
So I'm guessing there's a little bit of merit to the whole viewership bleeding thing. Damn. I mean, hey, like I said, I don't think Bao is a malicious person. I don't think she is a malicious actor. Like, she has a fucking a bloody boner on against fucking people that don't like her or whatever. But to a certain extent, I would like to think a lot of this was just kind of avoidable if she just thought about, like, the decisions that she would have make. This is 100% the reason Bao is making the switch, along with her finally realizing no one believes in her crying anymore. I think it's a lot of things. I think all of these, it could be I think it's all of these, probably more that I'm not taking into account. But the combination of all of this is probably the reason why. Maybe some of the reasons are a factor in bigger than others, but I would like to think it's a combination. Nobody usually makes that drastic of a decision just because of one big thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's, I guess that's the Bow the Whale. That's the Bow the Whale stuff for you. And I think, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Bow's not ugly. Like, part of the reason why VTubing works for a lot of people is because when you're not a conventionally attractive woman, you're probably not gonna find that much success in VTubing. Yeah, not VTubing, sorry, in streaming. Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, to be honest, to each their own. Like for me, it's like she's kind of mid.
Fortunately, for streaming in general, appearance and your looks play a huge role for a woman to have more success. Like it's more important for a woman streamer than a male streamer. A male streamer, you could be ugly as fuck and you'd still have views. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she's a gym girl. You know what I mean? So I imagine that like her body alone would probably just pull a lot of people in.
Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. What shit, man. What am I gonna say about this? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I think it's a good move for Bao to just, like move out of being a VTuber, because with all those years, just being a constantly part of dramas and stuff, and man, it's tough, man. All right, but yeah, you know what? All I can say, just one less VTuber that we don't have to worry about. And for any endeavors what Bao's gonna do, like she can, it's fuck, man. I don't know what to say, man. It is what it is. Like I'm just gonna say, like, good luck, Bao. If you're gonna enjoy doing some IRL stuff, because I know you do, and yeah, you just enjoy it. But anyway, I'm just gonna edit here because I totally forgot that I should only do like 2-hour streams, because I need the time to do some work, which is a lot of IRL responsibilities, but I have to go. But anyway, I'm just gonna end it here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the followers, viewers, lurkers, whoever you are. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And tomorrow, alright, here's the thing. I'll try to stream tomorrow, because I've been, I've been lacking when it comes to Saturday streams. I'm really sorry about that. But tomorrow, I'm just gonna make it as a game stream, because as I said before in this stream, where I'm just gonna play Hogwarts Legacy, just to see what's the hype's all about, what's the controversy and whatnot. It makes me more curious, But yeah, tomorrow we're just gonna play like Hogwarts Legacy, see how it is, and also become a wizard. Yes. But anyway, I'm just gonna edit here. So see you on Saturday. Bye.